Angular, gone into my liquid and then into my black. And need to check something just a second on the camera. Alright. And light's coming from over here. Until I've already established where the strike light's going to be or thereabout. So this side of his shoulder is going to be light. This is curving inward, and right here toward his neck it's going to be darker. With the angular I can, like this, and bring it right up to the edge of the neck. This is going to be very loose. This edge right here is the light's coming toward it again. Just inside here, it'll be dark again. This opens back up. I don't know if you can tell, there's a light spot right in here. So it's right here. So I'm going to leave that. Dark behind here. Basically, this is the shape that I want to get. I'm not worried about smoothing this out. There will be layers on the shirt, just like there were layers on the face. So it's really not a big concern of mine. I'm taking any old brush I got. I wanted this layer to end about right here. I wanted this dark to end in here. So I'm just rubbing that on, getting a paper towel, and wiping it back. Just putting it back where I want it. This side more like this. I also want to point out, I'm just turning my paper towel if I feel like the orange is still wet on here. If I feel like it's too dark in some place, I can just take my paper towel and I can rub it, take some of it back off. Just go ahead and continue that down the cheek. That's where the light is. So it's just not a, and this is painting by Bounty. So, you know, take notes on that whenever you can. Oh, Lord. May as well laugh at yourself. Because other people just look at you funny no matter what you do. It's kind of fun anyway. Along the edge of the little zipper here. I'm just picking up more pigment than I had here. I want this side of the collar to be darker than the top side. I'm just filling this in. I may decide to make the shirt red. I'm not sure yet. I've been just kind of toying with that idea. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and fill this in, and I'll turn the camera off and I'll show you what it looks like instead. Alright, I've got it mostly filled in. It's very choppy. I don't really get concerned about what the fabric, you know, how finished the fabric is, because I'm working mostly on skin. Also, the difference in texture between the smoothness of the skin and the roughness of the fabric helps make the skin more believable. I'm still with the same brush. This is a ribbed, sort of a corduroy fabric that he's wearing. And I went ahead and tapped in some just general guidelines, and going to, I may or may not, you know, keep it corduroy, but I like to have the option. It's called artistic license. And only in my case it means, hey, if I can't make it work out, I'll make it something else. So, just putting in some of these just general guidelines for myself. Where things will be, this is a kind of a rim, so it's kind of going in a different direction. The fabric is coming straight up here, and then it's curving. We'll bring that out to the edge. Alright, I have left this area of the shoulder light. That's where the light's hitting it. A little bit of light's coming down through here. And I put paint in one area where I did not want it again, so I wanted to show you one more time. I can just take that right back out. In this area, light's coming down too, about right in here. All I've done is dip straight into my odorless thinner, and I'm just going to scrub that out. Just kind of making it real thin and movable. And I'm going to start at the bottom to catch the drip. If I come down, it'll push the drip down into the paint that I want to keep. And come out across the top here again. I can see I just continually turn my paper towel, and I will be throwing this one away. It's had just about all it can take. I actually glued these to a canvas once. Saved a bunch of ratty paper towels, and there's people come to my house and think it's art. And that's just funny to me. But you know, somebody might really like that. I don't know. I guess we all like what we like. I cleaned it up a little bit. This may have extra layers on it. I didn't finish drawing the zipper when I was doing the sketch, and so what I've done is just left that part white. This is just the zipper tab. Left it white. In between the pieces of metal, there will be dark spots, and I've got my but I've got a number 5. It's just what I happen to have in my hand, so I went ahead and dipped into it. Round brush, and I'm going to fill in the center here, and just come around where that shirt's going to show through there. I'll just straighten out the bottom. Some things I do better with bigger brushes, and some things with smaller ones. Really, I'm drawing right now with my brush. I'll make that just a bit darker. Okay, I'm going to see you in a little bit. Okay, at this point, the orange layer that I put over the top is dry. The shirt is also dry. I have my 5/8 inch brush, and I'm dipping it in my liquid, just a touch of it. I don't need much right now. It has been sitting in odorless thinner, and I've patted it off on a paper towel. I'm going to do that again because I really want this kind of dry at this point. So I'm just going to, pat it off a little bit. I've already touched into my blue, and I've pulled some of it out here, and just want a very thin glaze of it. And what I want to establish here is that in the photograph, John has kind of I guess they call it a 3-day beard going on. So I'm going to, just using my blue, I'm going to go ahead and kind of just wash that in places. I don't need a complete coverage of it. If you can see, this is dark. So what I'm going to do is rub it off on my paper towel again. I want a lot of the pigment gone from that, and I'm just basically putting a shadow on the face where I see hair growth. And I'm going to continue this and be back in just a second. I've washed my brush. I've got the underline, the bluish tones where John's beard growth is, and I'm still with the same 5/8 inch brush, and you can tell I've beaten it up pretty good. I don't know if you can see, they all end up looking kind of rough. I've dipped into my liquid and back into my white again, and I'm going to continue to lighten some of the areas. I will be moving with other brushes, but for now I wanted kind of a big one because I want to do larger areas. I think you can see that this cheek's standing out pretty good. This area of the forehead is standing out pretty good. I do want to lighten this side a little bit more. What I'm doing is just sculpting, making some areas lighter, and some areas, when they're lighter, they come forward, and when they're darker, they go backward. There's the lightest spot on the cheek. I may go to a smaller brush. I'm just wiping my brush down just to kind of